SHIA'S Got Talent.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Dear viewers, ladies and gentlemen, 5 days ago we embarked on this beautiful journey to bring contestants on stage and find which of them are good enough to proceed to the next round. Our journey comes to its first pit stop today, which is the last episode before we move to the semi-finals. 12 contestants, 4 slots, episode 6, day 6 of SHIA'S Got Talent 2023. Ejaz, it's been 5 nerve-wracking days, and I'm pretty sure it's also been an exciting journey. Everyone's gone through their own set of emotions. You and I have also gone through that. Definitely. We have also had a fair share of stressful, angry, happy, joyous, disciplinary moments. What's been the takeaway point for you from the last 5 days?
So we see the crowd increasing day by day.
Right.
And many a times in the business world, people say that market the program. But I feel that the program itself is the best marketing. Because people come, they spread the message. Thank you. They go outside, and initially, SHIA'S Got Talent wasn't as viral as it is right now, because everyone is talking about it. Everyone is saying, you have to go and find out what's going on there.
Right.
So that is all thanks to the organizers, the judges, my host here, and the audience as well. So I think that deserves a huge round of applause as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, which brings me to one of my favorite points. They say there is no better marketing tool than the word of mouth. And there is no better word of mouth than those who spend their time in visiting areas or visiting places or visiting centers where the dhikr of Abba Abdullah al-Hussein takes place. And that is none other than my dear viewers and my dear guests here. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for yourselves. Right, we are about to begin, so please put your hands together and help me in welcoming the judges for episode 6, day 6, final day before we get to the semi-finals of SHIA'S Got Talent 2023 season 1. Ladies and gentlemen, Sayyid Jalal Masoomi, Sayyid Mohammed Hassan Alsheraa, Sayyid Ali Al-Hakeem, and Mulla Muhammad Abbas Karim. Ladies and gentlemen, please make these seats warm enough because it's going to get fiery and competitive. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we prepare to bring together the final episode of episode 6, day 6. And please join me in welcoming contestant number 1, brother Haida Maoji.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. How are you doing? You okay, inshallah, brother Maoji? Yes. I think you're not from Dar es Salaam.
Where are you from then?
I'm from Mwanza, but I'm staying in Zanzibar at the moment.
Oh, you're in Zanzibar?
Yes.
He's from Zanzibar.
So is that why you're interested?
That's the reason, yes.
Okay.
I know.
But can I ask you, do the Sayyids have limited access to Ilmul Ghaib, or do you just do some background checks before?
That is a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to us. I know you have a business example in Zanzibar. You have relations in Zanzibar as well. Yes.
You've mistaken because Ejaz and I have swapped places.
No. You sure? I know, yeah, sure.
The Ilm al-Ghaib needs a software check.
Be careful then. I know many other things about you, but I cannot explain. Okay, Habibi.
Okay, we'll just be friends for now.
Inshallah. So, how are you doing? When did you first start the recitation of the Holy Quran?
So I started reciting from the age of like 7 or 8.
And who was your first teacher?
So my first teacher was from Mwanza only. He's a local teacher. His name was Malim Yamungu.
MashaAllah. So, have you participated in any other competitions?
I participated in the Africa Federation competitions that take place here. So it was 2014 Nairobi, and then I was in Mwanza as well, and then Dar es Salaam, Arusha, and last year Dar es Salaam again.
MashaAllah. What was the best result you got it?
All of them I got first.
Oh my God. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. I think maybe you and me, after the competition, we go to Zanzibar. Let's see. Okay, so which surah are you going to recite for us?
Some few verses from Surah Al-Zukhruf.
Surah Az-Zukhruf. MashaAllah. Okay. When you're ready, inshallah, salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
يا رحمن يا رحيم.
إن الله هو ربي وربكم فاعبدوه.
الله الله.
هذا صراط مستقيم.
الله 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 الله. الله أكبر. ما شاء الله.
فاختلف الأحزاب من بينهم.
الله 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 أكبر.
فويل للذين ظلموا من عذاب يوم أليم. هل ينظرون إلا الساعة أن تأتيهم بغتة.
الله 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 الله. الله أكبر.
أن تأتيهم بغتة وهم لا يشعرون.
نعم نعم. الله الله.
الأخلاء يومئذ بعضهم لبعض عدو إلا المتقين.
الله الله الله.
يا عبادي لا خوف عليكم اليوم ولا أنتم تحزنون.
الله الله.
الذين آمنوا بآياتنا وكانوا مسلمين.
الله 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 أكبر. جميل جميل. ما شاء الله. أحسنت.
ادخلوا الجنة.
الله. اللهم ارزقنا يا رب.
ادخلوا الجنة أنتم وأزواجكم تحبرون.
الله الله الله. اللهم ارزقنا يا رب.
يطاف عليهم بصحاف من ذهب وأكواب وفيها ما تشتهيه الأنفس وتلذ الأعين.
الله 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 الله. أحسنت. بارك الله.
وأنتم فيها خالدون.
إيه نعم نعم. الله الله الله.
وتلك الجنة التي أورثتموها
نعم
التي أورثتموها بما كنتم تعملون
الله
لكم فيها فاكهة كثيرة منها تأكلون
نعم الله
إن المجرمين في عذاب جهنم خالدون
أحسنت
صدق الله العلي العظيم
اللهم صل وسلم وزد وبارك على رسول الله وآله الأطهار جميعا على ما شاء الله وآله الأطهار أحسنتم بارك الله فيكم.
Right, say Jalal.
Great man.
I saw you doing an Amin and an Insha'Allah in between the recitation, but beautiful recitation, very heart soothing. And it's one of those where you're seated at home and you're thinking, is this from someone, from the Middle East, or is it someone from,
You're right. I think this recitation is one of the best recitations from the Khoja community I have heard till now.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
It is not because he is from Zanzibar, but you have done good job, by the way. Brother Haida Maoji, do you know the maqamat or no?
Not necessarily, not really.
Yeah, that is the issue. That was the reason, so I didn't come in the stage. Your recitation was beautiful, excellent. So, unfortunately, we don't have here in this round golden buzzer to press for you, okay? Of course, my golden buzzer is coming there, inshallah. Maybe in next round.
If he goes through.
If he goes through.
Yeah.
But he deserved, maybe. Okay. So, you recited beautifully. Do you know the majority of the parts you recited on one maqam, Bayati. So it started from Bayati until the end. That was the reason when verses about paradise, Jannah, we have to recite in a happy melody. Like here, the verses, for example, Udkhulul Jannah, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders us to go to paradise. So here it's better to recite with maqam either Sika or Rast. Udkhulul Jannah. Yeah, Sika. Or like this, you carry on. Udkhulul Jannah أنتم وأزواجكم تحبرون. That's happy occasion. Oh, for example, when it is about punishment, about adab, especially in ayah number, of course, you finish there. إن المجرمين في عذاب جهنم خالدون. When it's about adab, sad melody. But it doesn't actually decrease your maqam, your point from us. Of course, you have to work a bit of the qualities of some letters, like the ha, ayn, the ending, a bit you have to work. that was the reason you start a bit high. Of course, you're in Bayati, try to start with Bayati or Shiran or Bayati Iraq, and then gradually go to the next maqams. But inshallah, we will work with you. Okay, you deserve to be in a higher levels of the Quran competitions, as you are. أحسنتم. صلى على محمد وآل محمد.
Said Muhammad Hassan, please.
Assalamu alaikum, Haida, inshallah you're well.
Wa alaikum salam, alhamdulillah.
How are your feelings after the feedback from Sayyid?
Alhamdulillah.
Do you agree with every one of his
Yes,
thoughts?
of course.
Okay, that's very nice. Because I shared virtually the same sentiments, I wasn't going to say the tajweed, you got the good word, the quality of the wording. Whether it was ayn, it kind of sounded a bit off than the ah sound. And the ayn noise is a difficult one to produce sometimes. It starts from the back of the throat, and it does actually take a lot of practice. But that's not a tajweed error. That's simply just with time, it'll be improved. So you don't need to necessarily teach yourself. You just need to become more comfortable with the sounds that you produce. And you chose Surah Az-Zukhruf. Do you know what that means, Zukhruf?
I didn't check it out.
One thing I encourage everyone to do is when becoming proficient in Quran recitation, observe, this is a message to everyone by the way, observe the index of the Holy Quran. If you're interested in learning about what is a munafiq, go to Surah Munafiqun. Or if you're interested about a mu'min, mu'minun. If you're interested about the pleasures of life or the adornments and luxuries, go to Az-Zukhruf because it means the adornment, jewel of a sort. And your presence was an adornment to us. You recited very well. There's a reason why you keep coming out number one in these competitions. You inspire us. How old are you again?
19.
19 years old, and you're appearing number one. You are Az-Zukhruf, Habibi. Barakallahu bik. Ahsan,
Ahsan, said Muhammad. Right, he is named after the first. He always comes first. He's come first today. Whether he's going to be the first out of the four
Inshallah,
tickets
inshallah,
is all
inshallah,
dependent
inshallah.
on the judges. Ladies and gentlemen, Haida for us. Now, please put your hands together to welcome contestant number 2, Mazahir Ghulam Hussain. Okay, so said Muhammad Hassan, brother Mazahir will be delivering a lecture, I suppose. Said Muhammad Hassan, over to you, please.
How are you, Muzahir?
Alhamdulillah, how are you, Shaykh?
Alhamdulillah, I'm doing well. What will you be lecturing about?
Inshallah, I'll be lecturing on a question related to Ghadir. I'll try answering it logically and also from the light of the Holy Quran, inshallah.
Inshallah. Always a good thing when you try to examine stuff logically. Because not everyone speaks the world of theology, the world of aqeedah. There are non-Muslims that don't read the Quran, but everyone understands the language of logic. So that's a good way to address it. The stage is yours.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
When we scrutinize the Holy Quran, we will notice that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala communicates with His Holy Prophet, He does not always address him as Prophet, or He does not always address him with his name Muhammad. But at times you will see in the Quran, the Holy Prophet is being addressed as Muzammil. Or at times in the Holy Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala addresses His Prophet as Muddassir. Or at times, like for example in Surah Al-Ahzab, chapter 33, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala addresses His Prophet as Rahmatan lil Alameen. However, when we come to Surah Al-Ma'idah, chapter number 5, ayah number 67, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not begin this ayah by addressing the Prophet as Muddassir, or He does not start this ayah addressing the Holy Prophet as Muzammil, or He does not start this ayah addressing the Holy Prophet as Bashir or Nadir. But He begins by addressing the Holy Prophet with his primary role and responsibility, that is, Ya ayyuhar Rasul. And the ayah continues, Ya ayyuhar Rasul, O my Prophet, Balligh, deliver ma unzila ilayka min rabbik, what has been revealed to you from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, wa illam taf'al, and if you don't deliver, فَمَا بَلَّغْتَ رِسَالَتَا. Our scholars, and my teacher specifically, he would always say that this first portion of this ayah is a very serious ayah because of two reasons. Number one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing His Prophet with his primary role and primary responsibility, that is him being a prophet of God. Number one. Number two, the last portion of this ayah, the first portion of the last part of the first portion, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلْ فَمَا بَلَّغْتَ رِسَالَتَهُ, that if you don't deliver this message, that means you haven't delivered any message of risala. And we all are aware that this message that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was telling the Holy Prophet to deliver was with regards to the successorship and the wilaya of Mawlai Kainat Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam.
Allahumma salli ala.
Normally, when we open up the discussion with regards to the event of Ghadir, there are a lot of questions which are targeted and posed to us, the Shi'as of Amir al-Mu'mineen. For instance, the question that I would like to analyze and give the answer of tonight is that certain people come forward and they say, look, you people believe that the Holy Prophet appointed Amir al-Mu'mineen as his wali, appointed Amir al-Mu'mineen as his successor, but the reality is that Amir al-Mu'mineen wasn't appointed, or the Holy Prophet left this world without appointing any leader. Allow me to present the first response from the Holy Quran, which is from Surah Al-A'raf, chapter number 7, ayah number 142. This ayah, during the month of Dhul Hijjah, during the first few nights, the first 10 nights of the month of Dhul Hijjah, it is highly recommended that we recite a 2-unit salah between Maghrib and Isha, and after Surah Al-Hamd and any other surah, we recite this particular ayah. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ووعدنا موسى 30 ليلة واتممناها ب10 فتم ميقات ربه 40 ليلة وقال موسى لأخيه هارون نخلفني في قوم وأصلح ولا تتبع سبيل المفسدين. That when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Prophet Musa alayhi salam that, O Musa, come to the mountain and let's communicate for 30 nights. And when Musa goes to the mountains, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increases 10 more nights when he's in the mountain. But before Prophet Musa alayhi salam departs and goes and communicates with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the ayah says, لِأَخِيهِ هَارُونَ نَخْلُفْنِي فِي قَوْمٍ, that he appoints his brother Harun so as he may take care of the community. Today, Prophet Musa alayhi salam is going to the mountains for 30 days, or he's going to the mountains for 10 days, but before he's going, he's appointing a wali, he's appointing a leader who should take care of the community. How is it possible, or it's next to impossible, that the Holy Prophet leaves this world forever and does not appoint any leader? This is one response that we can see in the light of the Quran. When we come to the logical phase, we're in a classroom, and I am the teacher, and I know my students are stubborn, or my students are mischievous. Maybe I get a call and I want to respond to that call, or maybe I want to go to use the restroom. I know that my class is a very naughty class, is a very stubborn class, is a very mischievous class. I will not leave the class without getting a substitute teacher or calling a teacher to take care of my class. Reason being, I know my students, I know how stubborn they are, how mischievous they are. The Holy Prophet knew his community, knew how ignorant they were, how stubborn they were, how mischievous they were. It is again next to impossible that he leaves this world without appointing a leader. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the tawfiq to be able to serve the Ahlul Bayt and to support our religion wherever necessary. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammad wa alihi at-tahirin.
Right. I think today is looking like one of those nights.
Punch up, yeah, it's going to be a punch up tonight.
Yeah, I know. We need G1 security where you might come in handy. But there's something said, Muhammad, I don't know if you've seen, and I mean, I've seen it, even though I would never want to be a judge, and I'm not a judge, but the love for Ghadir and the love for Ziyara in this community is exceptional.
Is uncomparable.
Uncomparable. And you know what? For this, we owe it to the mothers, because it's for every single effort that these mothers have put in. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause to the mothers, please. Said Muhammad, over to you, please.
Mazahar Ghulam Hussain. Mudahir, right? Yadhur. You make clear the truth. And today you did that. I love that you decided to look at this topic, as I said earlier, with a logical point of view. You began by referencing the ayah of the Holy Quran, and you examined it very well. I love your distinction between the titles of the Holy Prophet of Islam. Of course, Allah doesn't speak just randomly. When He says Rasul, He has a meaning. When He says Nabi, there's a meaning, and so forth. So I like that distinction. I wish you would have carried on with that distinction and with the ayah, because that's not the end of the ayah. يا أيها الرسول بلغ ما أنزل إليك من ربك وإن لم تفعل فما بلغت رسالته والله يعصمك من الناس إن الله لا يهدي القوم الكافرين. That all is the summary of Ghadir. It talks about the people in attendance, as among them are who? Kuffar. They just finished doing Hajjatul Wada'. Hajj, when you complete it sincerely, it's as if you were born from your mother again anew. And so you're supposed to be clean. Why are there kuffar in attendance? Who's not going to like this risalah? When Allah began the ayah with Rasul, meaning there's still a message that's left. You finished Islam. Rasulullah died 2 months later. So what's remaining is contingent on the entire risalah hood of Rasulullah. Because what does Allah say? You said it very beautifully. وَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلْ فَمَا بَلَّغْتَ رِسَالَتُهُ. Meaning what will be said, Islam depends on. Meaning, if you do not have this, you're not Muslim. How? Because what is the thing that you need in order to be called Muslim? It's called usul ad-din. Can I be Muslim without being a muwahhid? No. Can I be Muslim without believing in the Rasul of Rasulullah? No. The following, if you don't believe in, what's the point of Islam? وَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلْ فَمَا بَلَّغْتَ رَسَالَتُهُ. If you completed that ayah, you would have many more points to discuss that would have addressed the complacency of those in attendance, because you brought the beautiful substitute teacher example. I know my kids. These people, you have the good, the bad, and oh boy do you have the ugly. If I leave, their ugly will take over, like the parasite of which he or she, particularly he and a little bit of she, is. In that situation, I can substantiate that not as a pejorative because I just don't like the companions. Astaghfirullah, we love the companions, but our reverence is contingent on whether or not you love the Ahlul Bayt back. We don't just pass out cards, I love you, I hate you. Because God acknowledged, hey, they just did Hajj, but there are kuffar in attendance such that, wallah. You know muzahar, when we say wallah, sometimes we joke around, not you, maybe me. Wallah, I do this. Wallah, I love Sayyid Jalal, and I mean that, by the way. Wallah, but then sometimes I go like, wallah, I loved the story of Muhammad Abbas and how he almost got attacked and I don't know what happened. I don't like that. But when I added wallah, it's for emphasis. So our wallah doesn't mean much sometimes, but it's a big deal when Allah says wallah. Wallahu ya'simuka, ma'soom, protect you. Minan nas. Why does God need to protect the Prophet from his own people? Because there are those in attendance who are kuffar, which supplements your point on the substitute teacher that will not like this. Make that announcement. So by completing the ayah, you would have had this point that would have further flavored and supplemented your main point. I love the passion. You got that passion that it kicked in. It was really good. You are a real lecturer, and I honestly think you really have what it takes. I don't think you have what it takes. You already have it. Because you took it, you are a lecturer. Don't stop lecturing, but with ayat, if they can further add more to your main point, continue the ayah. Because you use examples without reading the rest of the ayah that would have simply took you to those examples anyways. But in any case, there's nothing else I have to add. You did very well. Ahsan.
Ahsan, said Muhammad Hassan. Say Jalal, please.
Mazahir, mashallah. I really liked your lecture because it was really smooth and connected the all parts of the lecture together. And the example you mentioned, you know, the terminology of Ya Ayyuhar Rasul, we have just 2 times in the Holy Quran, in the same surah, Surah Ma'idah. The first one is in verse number 41, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala actually reminds the Holy Prophet, do not worry about the people they come and believe to you and the people they don't believe you. Okay, and then the main message comes, Ya ayyuhar rasulu balligh ma unzila ilayk. Okay, until the end. You have done good job, especially the. But I wanted one thing. Whenever you want to start, you know that is the smooth procedure of the lecturing. You will start with salawat or anything. You will start. Yes, you bring the ayah as a recitation. You say, for example. صلى الله عليك يا رسول الله يا أبا القاسم مصطفى محمد ورحمة الله وبركاته. قال الله تعالى في كتابه الكريم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الرسول. So you grasp the attention of the whole audience with you. And your actually example of the absence of a teacher, just for example you have a call, or for example you have another occasion of going to restaurant, but this one is not just call or restaurant, because the Holy Prophet permanently goes. So definitely the director of a school has to appoint another teacher, because the school needs a teacher. Ahsantum, mashallah. You did good job. Ahsantum.
Ahsan, Sayyid Jalal. Brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mazahir Ghulam Hussain. Right. Please put your hands together for contestant number 3, Muhammad Kazim Rajani. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
You okay?
Yes.
He's got some confidence coming this way. So let me put you on the spot. Apparently, there is rumors going around in this room that you are related to a contestant who's already made it to the semi-finals. Is it true?
Yes.
Who are you related to?
Taha Narsi.
To Taha. Do the judges remember who Taha is? Because we had, I think, around 6 Tahas in the show.
Of course.
How could we forget?
So I asked this gentleman here, Muhammad Kazim, if Taha and him had to compete against each other, who would he prefer goes to the next round, and who do you want?
Taha Narsi.
Oh. Right, Mulla, Mohammed Oscar, over to you, please.
Ahsantum, thank you, MJ. Muhammad Kazim, just because of your comment, I want you to go through now. So is it Matam today? What are you going to be reciting?
Noha.
Noha, okay. And which Noha are you going to recite?
I'm going to recite Karbo Bala Nasib Se Jana Nasib Ho.
Ahsan.
Mashallah. And any particular reason why you chose that?
Because I wish to go to Karbala.
Mashallah. So he's translated it and he's told the reason. Yeah, so it's a wish of the reciter. It's actually a beautiful line. It's saying that I want because of my destiny, I want to go to Karbala. It's a really nice line. Bismillah.
Bar Muhammad wa Ali bint Muhammad Salawat.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
उठे हैं हाथ खुदाया इसी दुआ के लिए नसीब हो सफर इश्क करबला के लिए करबला 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 करबो बला नसीब से जाना नसीब हो करबो बला नसीब से जाना नसीब हो करबो बला नसीब से जाना नसीब हो फिर लौट कर वहाँ से फिर लौट कर वहाँ से न आना नसीब हो करबो बला नसीब से जाना नसीब हो करबो बला नसीब
से जाना नसीब हो
आँखों को जब भी अश्क बहाना नसीब हो आँखों को जब भी अश्क बहाना नसीब हो आले नबी के गम का बहाना नसीब हो करबो बला नसीब से जाना नसीब हो करबो बला नसीब से जाना नसीब हो ऐसा दरे हुसैन पे सजदा हो आखिरी ऐसा दरे हुसैन पे सजदा हो आखिरी फिर मुझको अपना सर ना उठाना नसीब हो करबो बला नसीब से जाना नसीब हो All together
करबो बला नसीब से जाना नसीब हो
आंसू गिरे थे बाली सकीना के जिस जगह आंसू गिरे थे बाली सकीना के जिस जगह अपना वहाँ पे खून बहाना नसीब हो करबो बला नसीब
से जाना नसीब हो करबो बला नसीब से जाना नसीब हो
पर मोहम्मद वाले
माशाल्लाह
मोहम्मद सलवात
لبيك يا حسين لبيك يا عباس أحسنت أحسنت Mulla Muhammedjawad Karim, please.
Ahsantu Muhammad Qazim for that beautiful recitation. I loved your choice. I think you chose it because of your love for Ziyarat of Muhammad Hussain. So inshallah we pray whatever happens this Arba'in that Muhammad Qazim and his family get the ziyarah of Arba'in in Karbala inshallah.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Have you, so your surname is, I'm going to pick on a few things. Your surname is Rajani.
Yeah.
Have you got any links to Karachi?
Yeah, I'm from
Yeah,
Karachi.
okay, I could, oh, there you go, mashallah. And I'm saying that because your Urdu is great, it's really good. I have one, very good Urdu. And okay, the choice, it's a very hard kalam, by the way. And so well done for picking this. I would have loved, because you said Noha, I'm not going to deduct any marks for this, by the way, but I would have loved if you got everybody doing Matam. But that I don't think there's any negative. I would have just liked to have seen that in that. High marks on confidence. You came, once again, you held the mic, you had the paper. Great confidence, especially in your age. And I loved your crowd engagement. Again, sometimes people let the crowd recite, but they keep reciting. Then you can't know what the feedback is. But you let the crowd recite and you stopped reciting, which was really good. A few pieces of advice. You've got a brilliant teacher or an inspiration. I would definitely use him more and more and more, especially around the pitch, because at the start you might have seen even I was struggling to recite is it Karibo? Oh, Karibo. I didn't know where you were starting. But again, that's okay, because when I was at your age, I had very similar issues, but these things can be very easily rectified. Once you found your comfort zone, then you didn't go out the pitch. That's brilliant. And I said your Urdu is very good, but just for example, probably the best Urdu I've heard in your age group, but you said something like, I think you said khun instead of khun. It's a very small point. But you have a really bright future, you have a great teacher, and inshallah you can recite this kalam in Karbala, this Arba'in. I pray for you.
I recited this kalam last Arba'in.
Excellent.
I was going from Najaf to Karbala.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Ahsantum. Thank you so much.
Ahsant. Brilliant. Brilliant. Sayyid Ali, over to you, please.
Ahsant Mazahir, you have a great uncle and he has a great nephew. You guys are a great partnership. I really, really enjoyed both your recitations. I would give the advice that we gave just to Brother Muhammad. The same advice I gave to Mazahir. Just at the beginning you were a bit closed. But
Muhammad called him. Muzahir was the last brother.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so I was saying about what I said to Mazahir, is a similar idea. You just opening up a bit. Just when we went down slightly, it was a bit flat sometimes. So when you went down, it went too low. So I'm going to say to you, I'm going to recite to you the word Hussein, and I want you to just pay attention to how I'm going to go down, and I want you to have the similar vocal ability. So if I'm going to recite it like this, I'll start off low, I'll bring it high, and I'll bring it back down. Just pay attention to this, and then I want you to do that, inshallah, in the future with your nohas. Hussein. So I need vocal ability like this, and your uncle can do it, and I know you can do it. This is probably a Karachi DNA thing, perhaps. I don't know. Yeah, because Karachi, I listen to a lot of reciters from there. No, inshallah, I wish you the best. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for the parents and for Muhammad Qazim Rajani. Please join me and help me and do this with all the energy in the room. And welcome contestant number 4, Amman Hussain Ismail. So tell us, what are you going to recite for us?
I'm going to be doing a speech on Surah Ar-Rahman.
Oh, right. Said Muhammad Hassan, over to you.
Aman, I hope I have some Aman after that experience. But
Asad.
Aman, Habibi, may Allah bless you. You will be lecturing about something in relation to Surat.
Based on Surah Ar-Rahman.
Surat Ar-Rahman. Do you want to become a seasonal lecturer? Is that a thing in your career that you see?
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. So why are you interested in giving a speech?
Because I feel like I've experienced speeches and I feel like I'm able to give one on my own. So I'm trying this for a challenge.
Oh, you're doing this.
Wow.
You want to challenge yourself. Okay, and depending on how it goes, then you'll decide whether or not you make this a career or not.
Yeah.
But how about this? Even if it doesn't go the way you want, still continue on this path.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, inshallah. All right, Habibi, the stage is yours.
Assalamu alaikum. Today we will look into Surah Ar-Rahman, which is the 55th chapter of the Holy Quran. One of the most obvious themes in Surah Ar-Rahman is established in the recurring ayah. فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. So, which of the favors of your Lord would you deny? Throughout this surah, Allah lists blessing after blessing and sign after sign, enumerating various means through which His mercy has manifested upon humanity. For today, I will reflect on 2 of the blessings mentioned in the 2nd and the 4th of the verse of the surah. Number 1, the teaching of the Holy Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught the Holy Quran. The first and the most significant blessing is mentioned as the teaching of the Holy Quran. If you reflect correctly, the Holy Quran is the source of all divine blessings and the means to attain and benefit from all material and spiritual blessings. Number 2, the blessing of speech. The Arabic word bayan holds a wide range of meanings applied to whatever clarifies something. Thus, it not only includes speech, but it also implies scripts, writing, and different intellectual and logical clarifying complicated and sophisticated issues. The words include all, though the core meaning is speech. Since men normally incline towards speech, they underestimate it. But the fact is that speech is one of the most complex and the most delicate of human acts. Speech enables mankind to pass down their knowledge and experience from one generation to another, and thereby cause the advancement of knowledge, science, and the development in the civilizations, religions, and ethics. The power of speech is also seen to have played a role in the victory of Islam after the tragedy of Karbala, as demonstrated by Bibi Zainab alayhi salam in the court of Yazid in Kufa. She had no weapons, but it was her knowledge, faith, and the power of speech that sought justice and retained the truth, kept alive the message of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Hence, even after 1400 years today, millions of the people around the world still call out saying, Labbaik ya Hussain. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us all tawfiq to use His blessings in making a positive impact towards humanity. Wassalamun alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
You alright?
Yep, totally.
Not faced. We'll start with you, said Muhammad Hassan.
Aman, salamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Good work.
Thank
Good
you so
lecture.
much.
It was very academic. You took us to the meaning of the art of speech and how that impacts people. You went there after you explained al-bayan, the word that was used, allamahu al-bayan within Surah Ar-Rahman, and you explained why that's very important. And like every excellent lecturer, you brought it into the events of Karbala. Just my one remark is, you're using the iPad, which is not a big deal, but I can't tell, were you reading from the full script, or are there what we call ru'us niqat, or the main points, and you're just going off of what you see as a reminder, like 5 main points, and then you see this one, you complete it, you go to the next one. What was it like?
So like I was basically reading and trying to gain as much as I can so I can make eye contact with the crowd.
What would solve that is what I said earlier. So instead of having the whole thing written, condense it into a sentence. Speak about the importance of speech in relation to the ayah of Rahman in Al-Bayan. Then everything else will naturally flow. If you memorize a lecture, that's better than reading it. But if you memorize a lecture and you have the main points, that's even better than just independently memorizing the lecture because you have the points to flow with. Listen, I think you came to challenge yourself. I think you exceeded that. I think you did well. I think you did really, really well. Ahsant, Habibi. You did really good.
Thank you so much.
The thing is, though, again, I would really like to see you graduate from iPad to paper that has main points, from paper to memory, from the memory to inshallah ta'ala giving full majalis azat, because you have what it takes. Depending on the results, don't even care. Just go on and continue down this path, Habibi. Good job, Aman. MashaAllah.
Inshallah.
Brilliant. Ahsant. Sayyid Jalal, over to you, please.
Aman, usually many people, their name has their qualities as well. So you have Aman as it is peace and tranquility. It's very good. Any of us, we might have Muhammedjawad is Jawad. It comes from the Muhammad, which we always actually praise him, and Jawad, he's very generous person. Overall beautiful. I think the points which the judges mentioned, especially about using of the one hand or two hands for in your lecture, you need that. I needed more intonation in your lecture because it shouldn't be monotone. You have to go sometimes high and sometimes low, and especially when you refer to the verse of the Holy Quran, bring that. I mentioned this to the other lecturer. Bring the reference of the Holy Quran at the beginning, so grasp the attention of the audience. But I like the ending dua as well. Your conclusion, that was beautiful. Inshallah, definitely with the supervision of the greatest scholars like our great Sayyid Muhammad Hassan, definitely you will go to the higher position. I wish all the best for you. Thank you.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Aman. Right, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together in welcoming contestant number 5, Abubakar Sultan Hamad. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
How are you, Abubakar?
I'm fine.
Yes, Sayyid Muhammad.
Abubakar, Habibi, a quick question. Didn't you have something for Imam Zain al-Abidin as well, alayhi salam, in English?
I had.
You had?
Yes.
You changed your mind?
Yes.
You did, okay.
Yes,
Say if
because-
you move on, inshallah, to the next, right?
Yes.
Can you recite that one if Allah gives us the tawfiq to hear it?
Yeah?
If you move on
Yes.
and we see you again, I encourage you to recite that one. But before the son of Imam al-Hussain, let's go look at Imam al-Hussain himself. So that's what you're doing today. Swahili about Imam al-Hussain, right?
Yes.
Inshallah. Thank you, Abu Bakr. Habibi.
Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Labbaika ya Hussein.
Bika ya Hussein.
Salamu zipelekeni kwake Sayyidina.
Allah.
Muzitoe kwa umakini, kwa marefu na mapana. Nimekwama mimi masikini, na wala si na namna. Ewe Mola ya Manani, nifikishe kwake Husaina. Nina kidonda kwangu moyoni, chaniuma tena kwa sana.
Allah, 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 mashallah.
Moyo wangu umovi shindoni, si usiku wala si mchana. Kwa mahaba yake Husaini, katukizuizi sina. Ewe Mola ya Manani, nifikishe kwake Husaina. Huba zilizonishukia yanishinda hata kuzinena, moyoni zimeniingia, nafsi yangu zimeibana, na sasa kuvumilia nashindwa wala siwezi tena. Ewe Mola ya jalia, nifikishe kwake Husaina. Mufikapo pale mbele yake, na wasihi tena kwa sana, mwambieni mfuasi wake, nilipo sina la kufanya, natamani nifike kwake, walakini njia sina. Niongee naye peke yake, yeye ndiyo yangu hazina. Salamu zangu ni za huba zilizonijaa moyoni, kwa ajili yake ye mahabuba, mjukuu wake ye amini. Mukifika kwenye hiyo huba, chozi langu limwageni. Ewe Mola ya Manani, nifikishe kwake Husaina. Mukenda muelekezeni, misijita kimakuu. Mola ajeni awini, niwe kwake yeye habibu, na ni mfano ajauni kwa wetu mahadiyu. Ewe Mola ya Manani, nifikishe kwake Husainu. Najua kutoka moyoni, japokuwa ninayanena, vitendo vyangu yakini tofauti na Husaina. Lazima niingie vitani, mfano wa Hurna bin Qaina. Ewe Mola ya Manani, nifikishe kwa Husaina. Ewe Mola ya Manani, nifikishe kwake Husaina.
Allah, Allah, Allah. Asante sana. MashaAllah. Asante sana.
To translate a poem will never be justice. So, for all of you who understand Swahili, you would understand what this poem means. And I pray, have you ever been to Karbala?
Can I ask the 72, Karbala 72, to, if they can provide, perfect, good for them. If they cannot, a person will provide for him.
Can I just ask a quick question? I missed when you asked him, because I was writing something down. What did you ask him and what did he say? You asked him if he's been to Karbala.
He's never been to Karbala.
He's never been to Karbala. Say, Jalal, what you just before you said, I had one of the organizers say that, I can say the name? Yes? Okay, no, it's okay. That brother Bashir Bandali is sponsoring you to go with the group in Dar es Salaam.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
Congratulations.
Sayyid Muhammad Hassan, please.
Swahili is one of the most beautiful languages I have ever had the pleasure and honor of hearing. And who better to hear it from than you? You recited very beautifully. Your love for Imam Hussain alayhi salam is indicative, it's clear. No one can doubt that. Abubakar, can you recite a little bit about Imam Zain al-Abidin, the one in English, just for a minute?
Okay.
If you think his Swahili is good, check out his English.
Okay.
Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
لبيك يا حسين.
لبيك يا حسين.
O Sajjad, O Sajjad, O Sajjad, O my Imam Zainul Abidin, 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 O Sajjad, you taught the art of supplication, you showed the future of prostration. You made Islam, you Allah's foundation, and how to ask Allah for salvation.
Allah.
Such is your stars on holy soul. You made Allah's love your only goal. Oh my Imam Zainul Abidin, oh my Imam Zainul Abidin, oh Sajjad. I've memorized one verse.
Ahsan, mashallah.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
لبيك يا سجاد.
Mulla Muhammedjawad Karim, please.
Abubakar, naku panda sana.
Shukran. Penda pia.
I can't top that, brother Abubakar. But yeah, your start was brilliant. You started universal because we knew you were going to recite Swahili. But to start with something like Labbaik Ya Hussain is great. I have limited understanding of Swahili, but I understood the Take Me to Hussain. And to use something like Take Me to Hussain in a chorus is very strong because it's not complex. And despite or in spite of my limited understanding of Swahili, I understood a good proportion of your kalam, so I thought that was brilliant. I think you have your voice naturally is very emotive, so it's full of emotion, but also with a good range. You know, the tune that you chose was really appropriate. Say Jalal, this is actually a tune from a naat. The tune is asking for something. So in Urdu, you hit the nail on the head. So in Urdu, this one is.
Bardo Joli, is it?
Yeah, bhar do joli meri ya Muhammad, laut kar main na jaunga khali. I think everyone is reciting with me. So one more time. Bhar do joli meri ya Muhammad, laut kar main na jaunga khali. And you recited this really originally, in spite of it being a popular tune. You recited it beautifully. I would encourage you, in terms of feedback, you have the ability to create your own tunes. So whilst you used an Urdu tune, which is great and appropriate for this, I think you have the ability to create your own tunes in Swahili and take it to the next level. Clearly you have a command in other languages as well. The only other thing I would say is you had so much emotion. I would encourage you to bring a bit more body language in your recitation to really get the crowd feeling it, because they were feeling it. So inshallah, in future rounds, inshallah, if you go through, I would love to see a bit more limited, nonetheless, because I think it will go with your personality, some more body language. Overall, beautiful recitation. Congratulations once again for being, inshallah, Zawar of Abu Abdullah, and a very bright future for you, inshallah.
Mullah Mac, so basically, you said that you look forward to him making his own tunes, right?
Yes.
We got some good news, said Jalal.
I have another good news for you. So a brother of ours, or maybe a sister of us, sponsored you for your recording it in the studio free of charge. So you can record that, inshallah. Either you want to do it in Maqam al-Ajam, or you want to do it in Ras Ubaidi, which is Maqam al-Afriqi, you can do it, inshallah. Ahsantu, mashallah.
Mashallah. Said Ali, over to you, please.
Thank you very much, Abubakar, for a beautiful, heartfelt recitation. The maqam of Ajam normally is a very happy one. You know, pride, national anthems, but you've managed to slow it down and you created this content which is in a very slow and peaceful and sad recitation, which really got the crowd engaged and, of course, emotive. Very, very nice. I want to ask you, obviously, now you know that you're going to go to Karbala. How do you feel?
And it's amazing because I came with my brothers over there. For them, they got a chance to go there, Karbala. So for now, I'm telling them soon we'll go together, inshallah.
MashaAllah. Oh, brilliant.
Regarding the recitation was good. I want, if you do make it to the next round, I want you to choose something that shows a bit more variety, because this tune was very repetitive, and I understand that is what's going to bring the emotion, and that's not a problem at all, but I want to see more variety, because your voice is very, very good, and I want to see it displayed even further. You have very good, did you write that English poem? Who wrote the English poem? Tajani brothers wrote it. Yeah, that poem was very, very nice that you recited in English, which shows that you have the ability to recite in English as well. So I know you've got a studio track waiting for you, and then inshallah after it, let's do an English one as well. Ahsant.
Brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Abubakar, Sultan, Hamad. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for contestant number 6, Maisam Oscar. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine.
You okay?
Yes.
Right. I believe you're going to recite Quran for us.
No, I'm going to recite Munajat Imam Ali.
Oh. Said Ali, over to you, please.
Habibi, Maisam, pleasure to meet you, and we're honored to have you on the show. You're 18 years old?
Yes.
Excellent. And how long have you been reciting and practicing?
Okay, as a talent show, it's my first time, but mostly I recite Quran.
Okay.
In AFED competitions, places.
How long have you been reciting Quran for?
Quran I've been reciting since I'm 12.
Okay, so you've been reciting in general for about 6 years now. You've been practicing for 6 years. Why did you pick the topic Munajat Amir al-Mu'mineen?
Because this is the dua which really touches my heart.
Excellent. And are we going to see the emotion come from your recitation?
Inshallah.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma inni as'aluka al-aman yawma la yanfa'u malun wa la banun illa man ata Allah biqalbin salim. وأسألك الأمان يوم يعض الظالم على يديه يقول يا ليتني اتخذت مع الرسول سبيلا. وأسألك الأمان يوم يعرف المجرمون بسيماهم فيؤخذ بالنواصي والأقدام. وأسألك الأمان يوم لا يجزي والد عن ولده ولا مولود هو جاز عن والده شيئا إن وعد الله حق. وأسألك الأمان يوم لا ينفع الظالمين معذرتهم ولهم اللعنة ولهم سوء الدار. كلا إنها لظى نزاعة للشوى. مولاي يا مولاي أنت المولى وأنا العبد وهل يرحم العبد إلا المولى. مولاي يا مولاي أنت المالك وأنا المملوك وهل يرحم المملوك إلا المالك. مولاي يا مولاي أنت العزيز وأنا الذليل وهل يرحم الذليل إلا العزيز. مولاي يا مولاي أنت الرب وأنا المربوب وهل يرحم المربوب إلا الرب. مولاي يا مولاي ارحمني برحمتك وارض عني بجودك وكرمك وفضلك يا ذا الجود والإحسان والطول والامتنان. برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Sayyid Jalal, over to you, please.
Maisam Asghar. Beautiful recitation overall. You know, my favorite dua is, I'm Munajat by the way, is this one. Because even I recorded this, but not in maqam you recite it, because you guys, you like too much maqam nahawant. You know, I did it in Kurdan Bayati. And there are two versions. So you can check my YouTube channel. I don't want to promote the YouTube channel, this stuff, but you can. You know, the famous, you have to do it like this. مولاي يا مولاي أنت المولى وأنا العبد وهل يرحم العبد إلا المولى مولاي يا مولاي أنت العزيز وأنا الذليل وهل يرحم الذليل إلا العزيز مولاي يا مولاي أنت الرب وأنا المربوب وأنا المربوب وهل يرحم المربوب إلا الرب مولاي يا مولاي. So this melody, which is my favorite one, usually I recite, you know, as we have from the Holy Prophet, he says, when you recite Quran, when you do munajat, consider that it is your last. When you pray, consider that it is your last prayers. You have done good job. Try to work on your voice. Stick on different melodies, not just nahawant. As you usually, when I go to the Khoja centers, alhamdulillah, you're reciting in nahawant. Try to mix with other melodies. Can you just recite one verse of the Holy Quran? Because you mentioned you're reciting Quran as well. Just Surah Al-Kawthar, please. I'm sorry to taking the time of the program as the time of this fellow gentleman.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
يا رحمن يا رحيم
إنا أعطيناك الكوثر
الله الله الله
فصل لربك وانهر إن شانئك هو الأبتر صدق الله العلي العظيم.
أحسنتم. You see, this one was not nahawan. Your voice was stronger. MashaAllah. Good job. Try to do different melodies. MashaAllah. You are, mashallah, the tallest, and definitely showed the highest pitch of your voice as well to our dear viewers and to the whole world. And you show that you are the Shia's talent.
Ahsant, ahsant. Sayyid Muhammad.
Maisam Asghar. Beautiful. You recited beautifully. The munajat are always emotional, right? And so with that, emotion sometimes is useful, but you don't want to jeopardize the beauty, melodious style of your recitation at the same time. But when Sayyid Ali gave you his demonstration, Sayyid Ali Hakeem, you could hear that he was almost gasping when he was inhaling as he was reciting. So it's on the border of just about to break crying. And then the Sayyid here got some beautiful wisdom out when he said that the Prophet would mention, pray as if it's your last, recite as if it's your last. And I imagine if we recite this dua as if it's our last, we would be at the edge of emotion, and the munajat are addressed to the jinan, Allah. So there's gestures and behaviors that are indicative of that, either the raising of the hand. These things, they just supplement your recitation. I just want to ask you about the enunciation. If we can have everyone's attention, please. When you recite and pronounce some words, there are letters, I think, that could use more emphasis. For example, I'm going to request from you, can you recite just the very, very, very beginning when you do Allahumma salli ala? Can you just recite that in your manner that you did when you began the munajat? Just the Allahumma salli ala, and that's it, but in that manner.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.
Okay. So I think if you focused, Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Ha. So I know many people, when they say the ha, it can come across sounding like a ha. Muhammad instead of Muhammad. So focus on the enunciation as well as the emotional aspect. You're very beautiful, and inside and out, may Allah bless you, Habibi. Keep going.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Maisam Oscar. Ladies and gentlemen, our first female contestant for episode 6. Please put your hands together for Sister Munira.
MashaAllah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
How are you, sister?
Alhamdulillah.
You okay?
Yes.
You seem very confident.
Inshallah.
Just about. Said Ali, over to you, please.
Assalamu alaikum, sister.
Wa alaikum salam.
Jazakumullah khair al-jaza. So, I wanted just to start off by asking you, why do you recite poetry?
Well, it's just that I have been having, passion for poetry.
Yep.
And I was gifted a book of poetry.
Right. Yeah. Do you mind me asking who gifted you the book?
My husband.
Okay, mashallah. So your husband is also a person that's aware of poetry, and he's involved from that side of things as well?
Yes.
Mashallah.
He's
so
a good man.
It's a power couple. Fantastic. And who are you going to be talking about today?
Okay, I'm going to talk about Imam Ali. The poetry is on Imam Ali alayhi salam.
Okay. And why did you pick this topic?
Because I really love Imam Ali.
MashaAllah.
He's our first Imam.
Ahsant.
Yes.
Majorin. And where have you come from today? Did you come? Are you a local to Dar es Salaam? Do you live?
No. I come from Nairobi.
Oh, mashallah.
Ladies and gentlemen, hands for...
Okay, sister. Jazakumullah khair al-jaza. Take your time. We look forward to hearing it.
Badar mein aaya to fathe badar कहला गया. Badar mein aaya to fathe badar कहला गया. ओहद में आया तो नासिर रसूल कहलाया. ओहद में आया तो नासिर रसूल कहलाया. खैबर में आया तो शाह लाफता कहलाया. खैबर में आया तो खैबर में आया तो शाह लाफता कहलाया. खंदक में आया तो कूले ईमान कहलाया. खंदक में आया तो कूले ईमान कहलाया. मुबाहिला में गया तो नफ्स रसूल कहलाया.
जी माशाअल्लाह.
मुबाहिला में गया तो नफ्स रसूल कहलाया. तत्हीर की चादर में आया तो वारिसे तत्हीर कहलाया. तत्हीर की चादर में आया तो वारिसे तत्हीर कहलाया. कुरान कुरान पढ़ा तो नुक्ता ए बिस्मिल्लाह कहलाया कुरान पढ़ा तो नुक्ता ए बिस्मिल्लाह कहलाया मेहराब में आया तो ईमान दो जहां कहलाया मेहराब में आया तो ईमान दो जहां कहलाया भूतों को बाहर निकाला तो बुत शिकन कहलाया भूतों को बाहर निकाला तो बुत शिकन कहलाया आंख खोली तो ऐनुल्लाह कहलाया आंख खोली तो ऐनुल्लाह कहलाया हाथ उठाया तो यदुल्लाह कहलाया
जियो
हाथ उठाया तो यदुल्लाह कहलाया या अली चेहरा दिखाया तो वजहुल्लाह कहलाया
सुभान अल्लाह
चेहरा दिखाया तो वजहुल्लाह कहलाया गुफ्तगू की तो लिसानुल्लाह कहलाया गुफ्तगू की तो लिसानुल्लाह कहलाया तख्त पर आया तो अमीरुल मोमिनीन कहलाया तख्त को ठुकरा कर खाक पर बैठा तो अबू तुराब कहलाया नारे हैदरी सलवात प्लीज
अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली
आले मोहम्मद वजल फरज
Ahsant.
Is it okay if me and Sayyid Muhammad join in on our feedback together on the next one?
Yes, please.
Sayyid Muhammad, it just reminds me of Al-Hajjiyya Hilmiya from Basra.
Yes.
You know that poet?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're referring to.
There's a well-known poet from Basra city in Iraq. Me and Sayyid are from the same city in
same
Basra.
street.
Yeah, and he's the better looking one. Anyway,
the truth must be told.
Basically, this lady, I think she's 83 years old, and she's been writing poetry since she was 16 in Arabic. And you'll find that some of the biggest classic, not the modern era, but the most classic Arabic nohas, are written by her, because I find that sometimes with a female writing poetry, it adds a completely different texture, let's say, to poetry, because they have better, not necessarily better emotions, but more understanding of certain emotions. So what I would recommend you to do, sister, is just carry on and then go beyond the age of 83, inshallah.
And you know, the thing is, I'm going to have to say this, with feminine poetry, they can tap into a nature of emotions that no male poet can tap into. That's why we need it. That's why that Hajjiyya from Basra is someone who men today recite and say, Rahimallah, this Hajjiyya for her contribution. Yeah. This is why men, no matter how hard they try, they can't get into a certain region that only the feminine mind will understand through empathy, passion, compassion. It's just a world apart. That's why, I know you mentioned you don't necessarily write, but you have done before. Do that as well. It is part of the legacy you leave behind. But before that, a long, long life of servitude. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you for your efforts.
Ahsant. Ladies and gentlemen, please, once again, put your hands together for Sister Mahmouda Ibrahim Isa. Joining us as take a further seat away to the semis. We are joined by Hadi Bashir. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
How are you, Hadi?
Fine.
How old are you?
5 years old.
That's our second 5-year-old participant, which makes him the second youngest participant of SHIA'S Got Talent 2023.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
Hadi, 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 Hadi.
Said Muhammad, over to you, please.
Assalamu alaikum, Hadi.
Alaikum salam.
Hadi, can you turn to your left? There you are. How are you feeling today?
Good.
Good. Did you enjoy it when they were chanting your name? Hadi, Hadi.
Yes.
Are you ready to hear it again at the end when you finish?
Yes.
What will you be speaking about?
The journey of love.
What is the journey of love, Habibi?
The journey of love is none other than from a father to a son.
Allah.
No way. Oh.
صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم. My name is Hadi from Arusha, Tanzania, and I would like to take you all to the journey of love. What is the journey of love? The journey of love is none other than from a father to a son, from Ali to Hussain. Yes, this is that one journey where the lovers of Abba Abdullah are treated as kings. This is the journey where every step you take gives you 1,000 blessings and 1,000 removed sins. This is the journey where the lovers of Abba Abdullah wish to embark on this journey. Let us raise our hands in dua to ask our Lord the tawfiq to embark on this journey of love. By now, you all must be knowing which journey I'm talking about. Can you all take a good guess?
40.
Yes, you're right. Walking to Karbala, from Najaf to Karbala. Walking to Karbala, from Najaf to Karbala. I'll give my life with all just to get to Karbala. Let's go, brother, to the land of Abba Abdullah.
Hussain.
Go and pack your bags, we need to reach the land of Karbala. We cannot be late, we need to go and catch a flight. So
we'll be under
the dome of
Karbala's great night. This is
Arba'in. Let's go to the Arba'in.
This is Arba'in. Let's go to the Arba'in
of our Imam Hussain. Let's go to the Arba'in. Labbaik ya Hussain.
Labbaik ya Hussain.
I don't know, I'm speechless. But, right, Said Muhammad, over to you, please.
Sayyid Ali, I think we may have found your replacement.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
Hadi, Habibi, Hadi, salamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Hadi, excellent work. Amazing, beautiful. So you surprised us. I wasn't expecting you to almost replace this man. Do you enjoy that latmiya by Sayyid Ali al-Hakim?
Yes.
Do you enjoy his other latmiyat?
Yes.
You do? This one your favorite?
Yes.
It is? Do you want to be a reciter or a lecturer? Or both? What interests you more? Because you did both.
Both.
You want to do both? MashaAllah. You recited and you began before your recitation about what the journey of love means. Echoing what my dear beloved Mohammedjawad said, you flew and took us through that journey smoothly. You gave a lecture, you asked a question, you involved crowd engagement, you recited flawlessly, and you got another Haidar, Haidar at the end, willingly, but much more deservingly. So I don't know, I have nothing to say except say, Adi, you better watch out. There's a new man in town and his name is Hadi Bashir.
Said Ali, over to you, please. Since you are about to be replaced, not on the judges panel,
please,
on the recitation.
I would love to be replaced by him. Hadi, honestly, it was a very, very, very beautiful recitation. You know, when you said that you want to do both lecturing and you also want to do recitations, there are people in the world right now, they do the lectures, and as soon as they finish, instead of being a writer, they do the job of recitation. They're one package, and you are that package. You were so smart to actually answer the question that was given to you, and you're only 5. That's very difficult. So may Allah reward your parents abundantly. I think that the choice of the selection of the recitation was a very good one. And you recited it beautifully. I was trying to figure out where you were going with it, because you said 1,000 sins, 1,000 removed, and I'm like, hang on, that sounds familiar. And then you carried on, and you're like, is it arba'in? And then it just came out of nowhere. Honestly, God bless you, and I want every child that's watching the show right now to look at Hadi for inspiration and to copy exactly what he's doing. Because if we have at least just 313 of Hadi, this can potentially reignite this longing of the occultation. It's been 1,184 years we're waiting for Imam al-Mahdi, and he's waiting for those pious individuals, and as the hadith says, most of them are youth except from the twinkle of the eye. So who says that? Why is it that it won't be in our generation? It could be in our generation, and especially with a show like this, which has reignited and catalyzed the different forms of khidmah. Maybe you are one of the 313. So make sure you carry on in your path. I would like to exchange details with your parents, please, at the end of the show, and I'd love to carry on supporting you in your khidmah. Before I finish, before moving on to Mulla Mak, I would like to congratulate you, and I would like to tell you that Flight Link are going to pay for your flight to come if you don't make it to the final. If you don't, either way, it doesn't matter. They're going to pay for your flight to come and watch the final, inshallah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, for Hadi Bashir. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome contestant number 9, Minhal, Hasnain, Fazl.
Assalamu alaikum.
How are you, Minhal?
I'm fine, thank
you. You okay?
Yeah.
Are you from Dar?
No, I'm from Mwanza.
We seem to have Mwanza versus Arusha. Oh, was that your younger brother here yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
The one with the Mumbai, Iraq, Iran, Pakistan kurta.
It was.
That's the one.
It was.
Hi. So you've just decided to wear a black kanzu so that you don't get asked where it was from. Right, Sayyid Jalal. Right, I believe you're doing a matam for us.
Yeah.
Right, Mulla Muhammadjawad, Karim, over to you, please.
Ahsantum. No pressure because your brother was here yesterday. I'm just going to ask you the question because MJ said you came. What made you want to travel over 1,000 kilometers to come to Dar es Salaam and participate in SHIA'S Got Talent?
As by my perspective,
yes,
this is one of a very nice platform.
Awesome, mashallah.
To recite and also to prove that we are servants of Ahlul Bayt.
Mashallah.
And also on this stage, I would like to thank my parents for inspiring me since I was very small.
Mashallah.
And what I am today is all because of them.
And what are you going to be reciting tonight?
I'll be reciting a matam. Actually, it was a very difficult decision for me.
Sure.
Because first I had a fast tempo noha, but then I had a slow heartbreaking noha, and I also had a marcia. So I've decided to go for the slow noha. It is about Bibi Sakina complaining about her pain throughout the journey to Sham.
Is it Bahut Ro Chuki Hai Sakina?
No,
Which
Baba
one is
Jan.
it? Which one?
Baba Jan.
Baba Jan. So is it the one by Farhan?
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe if you can give context to the judges on the main line.
It is the apne gham tum bhi sunao, apne gham mein bhi sunao.
I mean, we're sharing each other's grief and pain is the main line. Ahsantum, the stage is yours. We're really looking forward, and inshallah, just last comment, you had 3 options, so maybe you can recite one today, and then the other 2 in the next 2 stages, inshallah.
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. Baba میں اکیلی اندھیرا وہ دشت بلا جل گئے خیم کرتا میرا جل گیا پھر میری سمت کو ایک ظالم بڑھا میں لرزنے لگی دل دھڑکنے لگا بابا اس نے کانوں سے نوچی میری بالیاں کان کے خون سے کرتا میرا تر ہوا اس نے منہ پہ تماچا لگایا میرے میں سنبھل نہ سکی گر گئی خاک پہ پھر میں چلائی رو کے چچا شمر مجھے مار رہا ہے میری مدد کو کوئی نہ آیا بابا میں روتی رہ گئی بابا 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 جان کیا میں کہوں کیا نہ کہوں رنج و علم شام غم حال سفر شام کے زندہ کے ستم اپنے غم تم بھی سناؤ بابا اپنے غم میں بھی سناؤ سب اپنے غم تم بھی سناؤ بابا بابا جان شمر نے جب بابا جان شمر نے جب مار تماچے منہ پر بالیاں کھینچے میرے کرتا ہوا خون میں تر بابا جان دیکھو ذرا بابا جان دیکھو ذرا نیل ہے رخسار میرے کیا یتیموں پہ ستم کرتا ہے یوں کوئی بشر شمر کو دیکھ کے میں خوف سے تھراتی ہوں بھیا سجاد کے پیچھے ہی میں چھپ جاتی ہوں اپنے غم تم بھی سناؤ بابا اپنے غم میں بھی سناؤ بابا جان شمر لئی بابا جان شمر لئی پانی دکھا کر پھینکا عشر عاشور سے میں آج تلک پیاسی رہی بابا جان کھولی لئی بابا جان کھولی لئی تازیہ نہ بھی مارا چچا عباس पुकारे मगर आया न कोई। भाई सज्जाद मुझे देख के रोते ही रहे और अम्मा की निगाह आपके सर से न हटी। अपने गम तुम भी सुनाओ बाबा, अपने गम मैं भी सुनाऊं। बाबा जान बाजू बंदे, बाबा जान बाजू बंदे, सबके बंदा मेरा गला। जब रसन खींचती थी दम घुटता था हर गाम मेरा। बाबा जान मैंने किया, बाबा जान मैंने किया पंजों पे चल कर वो सफर। दर्द होता था तो चिल्लाती थी बाबा बाबा। गश में खाती तो ज़मीं पर नहीं गिर पाती थी। गश में खाती तो ज़मीं पर नहीं गिर पाती थी। रस्सी इस तरह से गर्दन में फंसी जाती थी। अपने गम तुम भी सुनाओ बाबा, अपने गम। बाबा जान तुमको नहीं, बाबा जान तुमको नहीं क्या मेरे जख्मों की खबर। अब मुझे लोग बुलाते हैं यतीमा कह कर। बाबा जान आज तलक, बाबा जान आज तलक मैं ये समझ पाई नहीं। बाप का जाना यतीमी या असीरी है पदर। लोग मुझसे यही कहते हैं कि तू मांग दुआ। लोग मुझसे यही कहते हैं कि तू मांग दुआ। अब किसी को यतीमी न मिले तेरे तरह। अपने गम तुम भी सुनाओ बाबा, अपने गम मैं भी सुनाऊं। अपने गम तुम भी सुनाओ बाबा, अपने गम मैं भी सुनाऊं। बाबा जान देखना क्या, बाबा जान देखना क्या, सुन भी न पाओगे बयान। मेरे रुखसार पे जालिम की अंगूठी के निशान। बाबा जान तुम भी मुझे, बाबा जान तुम भी मुझे अब नहीं पहचानोगे। खाक बालों में लहू कानों से अब तक है रवा। सब्र हर गम पे मगर कैसे किया मुझसे सुनो। 1300 मील सफ़र कैसे किया मुझसे सुनो। अपने गम तुम भी सुनाओ बाबा, अपने गम मैं भी सुनाऊं. ز شرار غم میسوزم بی تمامی وجود. دوباره یاد بکنم یکی بود یکی نبود.
ماشاءالله
بابا جون دردت به جونم.
ماشاءالله
بابا جون
دردت به جونم.
بابا جون
دردت به جونم.
بابا جون دردت به جونم. محمد وآل محمد صلوات.
ما شاء الله ما شاء الله. اللهم صل على محمد.
أحسنت. لبيك يا سكينة. أحسنت. Emotional, powerful, got the crowd engaging, but most importantly, a kalam that many of us have always heard, and you've also seemed to have impressed Sayyid Jalal with your Farsi, the way it seems. We'll start with you, Mulla Muhammad Karim, please.
Ahsantu Minhal, that was an absolutely mind-blowing recitation. It really was. Just out of interest, what were the two other kalams in your options? In your fast-paced and your very slow one?
One was Haidar Karar of Nadim Sarwar,
Yeah.
and the slow one was Utho Sakina Chale Karbala by Mira Sanmir.
Okay. All right. I won't spoil the surprise because I really want to hear you in future. I guess what I said. Yeah, okay. Just do maybe Which one do you prefer out of these two? You won't not be judged on this. I will judge you on the recitation that you did. But which one do you prefer out of these two?
Let me go for Utto Sakina Chayya.
Yeah? Just do one line, please. Yeah? Please. Thank you so much. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
जिंदा से जब रिहा हुए सादात करबला तो माने कब्रे सकीना पे दी सदा उठो सकीना चले करबला मुझे की है बेकसी लहद से वो मैयत निकाली गई मुझे याद असगर की है बेकसी लहद से वो मैयत निकाली गई अकेले में रहने न दूंगी तुम्हें भरोसा नहीं शामियों का कोई रहते हैं चारों तरफ आशिकियाँ उठो सकीना चले करबला Muhammad
In case you need a tissue. Right, Sayyid Ali, over to you.
Jazakumullah khair al-jaza. Thank you very much for your recitation. This recitation that you did, the first one, that was recited in different languages as well. The tune is very well known, and I think somebody's also done it in English as well. So this is a very, you've understood what to pick before even coming on stage, because you know how the crowd would react, and you knew exactly how to display your recitations. You also did the high pitch, and then you switched to low pitch, and you gave yourself about 2 or 3 latmas in between to matam beats, and that's good, because if you went straight from high to low without giving yourself that beat, it'll sound strange. So you had awareness. Bahrainis do that style, by the way. Bahraini latama, which we've not mentioned yet before. If you guys, everyone just search later on when you get home on YouTube how the people from Bahrain do matam. It's a very unique style. It's different to most matam styles. And what they do is they go from very, very, very high and switch straight to low. And that's their style. So they had elements from that. Just because I want you to be the most successful reciter that you can be, just some advice to improve you, inshallah. I'm not saying that your voice isn't nice. It was very good. Sometimes just to improve our voice, our vocal cord tension, it allows us to have even more flexibility. So try and work on your voice from that aspect. Also, I can hear sometimes it was nasal. If you push it more from diaphragm, it enables you to bring out even more power without you straining your voice, because if you're bringing it a lot from your nose and your throat, you're going to end up burning your voice eventually. So if you push it down from below, it'll give you even more power. But you did very good. Thank you very much.
Brilliant, Said Ali. Mulla Muhammedjawad Karim, please.
Ahsantum Minhal, thank you so much for that heartfelt recitation. To be honest, I'd like to say this to the crowd, that what he's just recited is an extremely difficult kalam to pull off. It's one thing to record this and recite it nicely, and so in a recording, but to recite it how you did is extremely difficult. And I think many experienced people wouldn't have the sort of the confidence to come and deliver it how you did. So I would commend you just for that, because it's really brave. In of itself, it was a great choice, which is good. I loved your body language and your hand gestures. Your Urdu is good, but I would like your Urdu to be great. So for example, you said, I think you said ghut instead of gut. Yeah, so just work on that, because your Urdu is really good, and it's the sort of variance between good and great is not that much. So if you work on it, and I can tell you understand it. So that's one sort of piece of feedback. Your high pitch was very strong, and the way you switched from the lower pitches to the high pitches, it was really smooth. So I'd give you a really high mark for kind of vocal stability in terms of switching. And you're 16?
Yeah, 16.
Your understanding of tempo is phenomenal. You know, the way you stopped and started the tempo was, would you agree? Absolutely spot on. You stopped the tempo and you started the tempo. It's a very mature understanding. I also want to say you have a very unique dard in your voice. When you start reciting, I don't know, maybe inshallah you'll surprise us even more in future rounds if you go through, but as soon as you start reciting, the tears start flowing. And that is a unique ata from Sayyidah Fatima al-Zahra. In terms of a few tips, if you make it to further rounds, is I did think, so when you started, my expectations were not very high, and you grew through the kalam. At the end, to be honest, my mind was blown. So you do have your higher pitches is where your nasal tone comes in, and I think because when you go high, you're using your neck. We had if there was a manifestation of how to use your chest in addition to someone like say Jalal, we had Zakir Bhai here. When you see him reciting, everything's coming from here. I appreciate you're from Wanza, but if you can get tips from experts over here, you can hit the high note. But if you use your chest, you'll be able to go even higher. I think your reading of the crowd is really good. The one thing I would have liked to see, because people were really emotional in the crowd, it's just a feedback is, and this is feedback, not criticism, is there was so much dard in that kalam. In one verse, I would have liked for you, maybe when you read the crowd, to have broken the beat. This might be controversial, but just broken the beat, just kill everything and just recite it really slowly. You demonstrated your ability in the next, that's why I wanted you to do something else. The one about the rukhsar pe zalim, I don't know the exact words, but that was a very heartbreaking verse. But overall, it was an outstanding performance. I think you have the personality of an experienced Noha Khan, and you have demonstrated great intelligence in your recitals today. Ahsantum.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Minhal, Hasnain, Fazl. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming contestant number 10, Abbas Ali Jafar Raza.
Assalamu alaikum.
Salam.
How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah.
Say Jalal, we have a
Wow.
kurta competitors. Right, Mulla Muhammad Oscar.
No pressure. Ahsantum. How old are you?
I am 13.
13. Okay. And you're from, I'm guessing, what's Garden Flats?
It's in Dar, don't
Okay.
worry.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So you're
It's
from Dar.
10 minutes away from your very interesting incident that happened to you today. But a very rather safe place to be in. In terms of geographical know-how for the Khwaja wall, it's right next to the Qabristan. So I don't know if you're going to go there to get your kurta stitched, but that's for another day.
Okay.
Over to you, Mullah Karim.
Ahsantum. Abbas Ali, what are you going to be? So it's a surprise.
Yeah.
So you don't want to say what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, topic.
It's on Imam Ali alayhi salam.
And is it happy or sad?
It's happy.
It's happy.
Yeah.
Is that why you're looking so happy today? The stage is yours.
Bar Muhammadin wa Ali Muhammad salawat. शाह मर्दां शेरे यज़दां क़ुव्वते परवरदिगार ला फता इल्ला अली ला सैफ इल्ला ज़ुल्फ़िकार फातह خیبر نفس پیمبر ساقی کوثر علی علی یا علی حیدر یا علی حیدر
یا علی حیدر علی علی
علی
علی حیدر علی علی حیدر علی علی حیدر علی علی
شاہ مرداں مولا علی ہے شیر یزداں مولا علی ہے دی کا نگہباں مولا علی ہے وارث قرآن مولا علی ہے سب سے اعلیٰ سب سے برتر سب سے بہتر علی علی یا علی حیدر یا علی حیدر
یا علی حیدر علی 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 حیدر علی علی حیدر علی علی حیدر علی علی ماشاءاللہ
آقا کا فرمان یہی ہے میرا وسیع تو صرف علی ہے ہم نے نبی کی بات سنی ہے حب علی ہی دل میں بسی ہے گونج رہا ہے ہر عاشق کے قلب کے اندر علی علی یا علی حیدر یا علی حیدر
یا علی حیدر علی علی
علی علی حیدر
علی علی حیدر علی علی حیدر علی علی
بھول ہے یہ اے شیخ تمہاری لاکھ رکھو کوشش تم جاری ذکر علی ہے
کیا بات ہے ماشاءاللہ
بند ہو چاہے دنیا ساری رک نہ سکے گا ذکر علی کا گونجے گا گھر گھر علی علی یا
علی
یا علی حیدر یا علی حیدر
یا علی
علی علی علی علی حیدر علی علی حیدر علی نام علی ایمان بنا دے ہر مشکل آسان بنا دے نوکر کو سلطان بنا دے دھرتی کی پہچان بنا دے عشق علی میں ڈوب گیا تو بولا قلندر علی علی یا علی حیدر یا علی حیدر علی 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 حیدر
علی علی حیدر علی علی حیدر علی علی
شیر خدا داماد پیمبر حیدر 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 شیر خدا داماد پیمبر حیدر حیدر شافی محشر صافی کوثر حیدر
حیدر حیدر حیدر
حیدر حیدر حیدر حیدر
حیدر حیدر حیدر حیدر
بولنا میں نے جب سیکھا تھا ماں نے میری یہ مجھ سے کہا تھا بولنا میں نے جب سیکھا تھا ماں نے میری یہ مجھ سے کہا تھا بولو بیٹا جان لگا کر حیدر حیدر
حیدر حیدر
بولو بیٹا ہاتھ اٹھا کر حیدر 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 نعرے حیدری علی علی علی
Ahsant. What a surprise this was. So we'll start with Said Ali, please.
Ahsant, mashallah. What a beautiful recitation. I want to start off by saying, I'm sorry, Mulla, but he was better than the original.
100%.
This is now time for the judges to get at each other. I can clearly tell this is where this is heading.
So what I really liked, the fact that your personality, you are a confident, humble individual. And I felt like that matched the recitation itself. You seem like a very happy guy. And of course, this is a happy recitation. The tune, obviously the tune of this recitation is a beautiful tune. It's very catchy. Almost even child-friendly as well. So I can easily see children really loving this type of recitation. I felt like that your crowd engagement was very good. You kept on looking left, right, and you raised your hands like this, which means that's it, come on, that's it, join in, and that was good, and they responded really well. Your tempo was very good as well. You stuck on the tempo. Of course, you're still young. There is still room for improvement for your vocals, which you can do some vocal exercises, especially the really high bit. You know, and that's the difficult part, but that doesn't mean that you can't do it. Just a bit more vocal exercises. And of course, one day, inshallah, we would like to see you making your own studio track. And then maybe we'll see Mulla Muhammad trying to copy you and see which one was better then, inshallah.
Inshallah.
He's going to win.
Mullah Muhammad Karim, please.
Ahsantum, Abbas Ali. You left me breathless. And again, for the avoidance of doubt, not because of the kalam you chose, but again, I wasn't expecting this level of energy coming from you. And I think it's probably, I mean, we've had quite a few, but maybe the last 2-3 days has been very Masaib focused. We've had manqabats, but the way you elevated this room, especially after we had an amazing performance by Zakir Bhai, you know, it's really difficult to get the crowd re-engaged at that level, and especially at your age. So, in terms of my feedback, you know, you stayed on tempo, which is, again, mature and not easy to do, especially because you were not doing matam or anything, you were just reciting. That's the first thing. Secondly, what's your mother tongue?
Gujarati.
Wow, okay. So how is your Urdu so good?
That's because I practice every day.
Dad recites, doesn't he? Huh? Your dad? Does he recite?
Yeah.
So his dad is a good servant of the community, recites.
So he has a cheat code.
Yes.
Excellent. Your Urdu is brilliant. I also like that you delivered a manqabat like a manqabat. And that too, even within that, there's certain sort of rules. And you did that, and your jazba was great. You took a kalam which was recited by somebody else, but you didn't recite it like somebody else. So you took, let's take the first kalam, which is my one. You didn't try and emulate me. You recited it with your pehchan, with your identity. That is, and Shere Khudad Ahmad by Mir Hassan Mir, you didn't try and copy him. You recite with your identity, which is excellent. For me, that is fundamental, because then people, when you start reciting, they think it's you. The two things I would say, if inshallah, if you go through to the next rounds, is just, say Jalal mentioned this, the pitch selection is really important. I felt maybe you were maybe half a scale a bit higher. So for example, the first one would be like, Fatah Khaybar nafse payambar Saqi Kausar Ali 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 Haidar Ali Ali Haidar Ali Ali Haidar Ali Ali Shah Marda Maula Ali hai Sher Yazda Maula Ali hai Dikan Gehba Maula Ali hai वारिस कुर्रा मौला अली है सबसे आला सबसे बरतर सबसे बेहतर अली 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 हैदर अली अली हैदर अली अली हैदर अली अली. What if you start on that lower pitch, it will help you just do that. That's one tip. But again, again, it's a tip, because I can't call it a criticism. At your age, what it is amazing. Second thing, use your mentors in Dar es Salaam, because that pitch will help the. What was that line you did? मान मेरी ये मुझसे कहा था बोलो बेटा जान लगा कर हैदर. You know, if you started a little bit lower, it gives you that emphasis. But to be honest, none of these points I'm going to reduce marks because you were outstanding.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the ever smiling Abbas Ali Jafar Raza. Right, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming contestant number 11, Yuma Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum, Yuma.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How are you?
I'm fine.
The voice has already got 5 points here. Without taking much of your time, Yuma, what will you be reciting for us?
I'm reciting Nashdi.
In Swahili, I believe?
It's have 4 languages.
Ooh, 4 languages.
Oh,
winner, you are winner. Do you have a Spanish?
No.
French?
No.
Urdu?
No.
Persian?
Yes, of course.
Yes. Good, that's good.
I think now, since everyone's already got a replacement, you're next.
Yeah, inshallah. Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad salat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Ya Mahdi salam alayka. يا حجة سلام عليك
الله
صاحب الزمان فينا صلوات الله عليك
الله
يا محدي سلام عليك يا حجة سلام عليك صاحب الزمان أنت نور الله فجرا وتوليت آسي صورا وكمي يوني تابا تكون جائع فخرا يا نبي سلام عليك يا حجة سلام عليك صاحب الزمان فينا صلاة الله عليك يا محدي سلام عليك يا حجة سلام عليك صاحب الزمان فينا صلاة الله عليك O Mahdi, for you we are waiting, and for you we are yearning. Our heart is heartful craving. Just one glass, bless us, O Savior, Ya Mahdi. Salam alayka, Ya Hujja, salam alayka. صاحب الزمان فينا صلوات الله عليك يا مهدي سلام عليك يا حجة سلام عليك صاحب الزمان فينا صلوات الله عليك كل يوم تتوسكيا تتماني تمكيا دولا yako kupokea vijana kwako talia ya Mahdi salam alayka يا حجة سلام عليك صاحب الزمان فينا صلوات الله عليك يا معدي سلام عليك يا حجة السلام عليك صاحب الزمان فينا صلوات الله عليك أنت شمس أنت بدر أنت نور فوق نوري أنت إكسر وخاري أنت مصباح الصدور يا نبي سلام عليك يا رسول سلام عليك يا رب الزمان فينا صلوات الله عليك يا مهدي سلام عليك يا حجة سلام عليك صاحب الزمان فينا صلوات الله عليك اسمي شود يا ساحريت كربلاء مشرف ساوٍ تحت جنبد تلاقي زوار سر اللباشي يا مهدي سلام عليك يا حجة سلام عليك صاحب الزمان فينا صلوات الله عليك يا مهدي سلام عليك يا حجة سلام عليك صاحب الزمان فينا صلوات الله عليك يا مولاي يا وصي الحسنين والخلف الحجان أيها القائم المنتظر المهدي يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا جميعا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك يداي حاجاتنا يا وجيها يا وجيها عند الله جميعا اشفع لنا يا وجيها يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله صلوا على محمد وآل محمد
Wow, 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 wow. لبيك يا مهدي. اللهم صل على محمد. Absolutely breathtakingly as beautiful as the dua can get. And I'm sure we've said this every single day, and I'm going to keep repeating this. Somewhere in this crowd, someone from the family of the Holy Prophet is present, and I am sure by 100% that if anything is bound to get accepted, then whoever you are from the Holy Prophet's family, please, please, please hasten the reappearance of the holy awaited Savior. Amen, inshallah.
Santo, mashallah.
Ladies,
MJ, sorry.
Yes.
Not just one of them, all of them, they are present.
Inshallah.
Believe,
Inshallah,
believe.
inshallah, inshallah. It was just wonderful. For once, it felt good not to be on the stage, but just watching. So we'll start with you, Said Muhammad Hassan.
I'm speechless. Jum'ah.
Yes.
What's the point of having Shia's Got Talent if we didn't see you?
Subhanallah.
What's the point? You came, you conquered, you won our hearts. Conquerors usually take something, but you took our hearts because we willingly gave it to you.
Ahsan.
You recited exceptionally. My only comment is this. I would love to see more of you looking at us because you have a pleasant aura, a pleasant character. So you were looking down, but I wanted to see more of you. This isn't a critique of your recitation because it was close to spotless and flawless and beautiful. The judges will comment on your recitation. But I want to see more of you because we need to see more of you because you prove to us that once and for all that Shia's got talent.
Ahsan.
What were the languages you recited in besides some of the obvious? Because we couldn't tell. Was Swahili one of them?
That third one, it was English, Arabic, and what was the other two?
Swahili.
Farsi, yeah, sorry, that was that one. And what was the other one?
There's one more.
No, so there was Swahili.
Oh, that was Swahili?
That was
No.
Swahili.
So
Swahili, Arabic.
So it was, okay, so there was Swahili in
yes,
there.
there was Swahili.
Oh,
Because I
okay,
asked over here, they said that they couldn't tell if it was Swahili or not.
Yeah,
No,
because
what was the
the
fourth
thing
one,
is,
by the way? What was the fourth one?
Farsi.
Fourth one,
Arabic, Farsi, Swahili.
yeah, Musha.
Farsi, Swahili, Arabic, and the English.
Which part was Farsi? Because I didn't get it.
Farsi, the last one.
The last one.
Could you?
Okay, okay. Shall we work?
أحسنت
Right.
أحسنت صلوا على محمد وآل محمد.
Allah sallallahu. Sayyid Jalal, over to you, please.
Jumu'ah.
Nah.
You know what's the meaning of your name? What is the meaning of your name?
Jum'ah.
Yes.
I heard from the Quran said that.
Yeah, Surah Al-Jum'ah. Jum'ah means Friday.
Yes, of course.
But you, for me, you are Saturday, Sunday, all the days of the week, and all the months of the year. You are everything for me. When you recite it, I want to listen to you, not just Friday, every day of the week. You smashed it, Habibi. Beautiful recitation. When you say, even, I said the quality of voice, he has it. When you say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, you have the quality of the voice. The only thing you have to work, but I think you have started a bit of high pitch. Inshallah, when you go to the next round, start a bit of low pitch, inshallah. Ahsantu barakallahu fikum. Mashallah alayk. Allah ibarik fik. Ahsanti sana.
Nasema wakati umeanza na sauti yako ikiwa juu. Kwa hiyo anatamani kuona kama ukipita kwenda nusu finali, anataka aone unaanza na sauti yako iwe kwa upole na kidogo, alafu ndio unaipandisha pole pole kwenda juu. Sawa?
Inshallah.
Asante. Right,
Inshallah.
Mulla Muhammad Abbas Karim.
Thank you, MJ. Your voice has a lot of emotion. I would love to hear Masa'ib, Musiba in your voice. Your voice is very powerful. I felt like you delivered everything perfectly. I would have liked to see you look up more. But having said that, and your body language was a little bit closed, but when you came towards the end, and in the dua, everything, I felt like everything changed. And it was amazing. You showed us today the power of tawassul.
Ya Ali.
I also want to hug you again because you are about to become a zawar of Aba Abdullah.
Oh, mashallah.
So somebody in the crowd, Bande Khuda, is donating you a trip to see our masters, Imam Hussain, Abbas, and the other Aimma in Iraq.
Said Ali, over to you, please.
Thank you very much. Jum'a, barakallah feekum, hayakum Allah, wa shukran jazilan. How do you feel that now that you know you're going to Karbala? How do you feel?
I feel well because I was dreamed to be near Imam Hussain alayhi salatu salam.
Ahsant. I just want to ask, how old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
20, my God. How long have you been practicing reciting? How many years?
How many years?
Yeah.
Since I was young.
Since you're young. No, I can 100% tell. Say, Jalal, did you like our triplet combination? Because he was kind of doing the jawab. You matched it with the qarar, and I did jawab. So we combined all three voices
The harmony,
together.
which harmony? It was really beautiful here, yes.
Maybe one day we can do three together. We recite together in a recitation. Inshallah. You're very brave. Just two comments, which is similar to what my colleagues were saying. So one, I want your English to be clearer. You've got very good English, so make sure when you pronounce it clearly, okay? But that's a small detail. And I want you to smile more. Give me a smile. There we go. Thank you very much.
Brilliant.
Jum'a.
Yes.
Do you know Bilal al-Habashi?
Bilal al-Habash?
Yeah.
Sahabi Jalil.
Sahabi. I thought that he is present with us and reciting for us. Really?
Yeah,
when you were reciting.
Now
I really remember that time when Hamza Salamullah alayhi, the uncle of the Holy Prophet, and all Sahabi, they wanted to actually comparing that Islam has, the other religions, they have specific things for actual acknowledgement, but we had adhan. And when you were reciting, considering that moment that Bilal al-Habashi is going and say salam, I remember that time.
We just need to hear your adhan though.
On that note, since we are living in this amazing excitement, I've also been informed that our host, Ejaz Bhalloo, has also decided to come in, and he has decided to gift Abubakar and Juma each $100 as a gift.
MashaAllah.
And Juma has decided to gift something to the crowd.
Habibi.
Bismillah.
Before, I would like to recite some adhan up to Imam Ali, then I will recite Quran.
Bismillah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما
الله حسن
صل على محمد وآل محمد.
الله أكبر الله أكبر
الله أكبر.
يا الله.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
أشهد أن محمد رسول الله
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
أشهد أن عليا ولي الله
وسلامه عليه.
أشهد أن عليا إمام المشارق والمغارب علي حجة الله.
أحسن ما شاء الله أحسنتم ما شاء الله ما شاء الله. Very good. If you say حي على صلاة, all of us we have to go for salah. That's enough. أحسنتم ما شاء الله. الله يبارك فيكم. ما شاء الله ما شاء الله ما شاء الله. أحسنت.
ومريم ابنة عمران التي أحصنت فرجها فنفخنا فيه من روحنا وصدقت بكلمات ربها كتابه. صدق الله العلي العظيم.
أحسن ما شاء الله.
A standing ovation from the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, take this in. This is all yours. This is all yours for the taking. This is all yours. All yours. Savor this moment. May Allah bless you. On that note, I've also received a message. Should you not have your travel documents sorted, there is a Bande Khuda who will ensure you have your passport on time to travel to Iraq, inshallah. Right, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the individual who's had the most patience in this room today. He's held back, and I'm sure he must be filled with emotions as well. The final contestant, the 72nd out of the 72 that have come all the way here, Ali Raza Shabir Megji. Assalamu alaikum, Ali Raza. How are you? Ali Raza is also an individual who has been in the community service department for long. Behind the scenes, for many of you who don't know, he is also currently very much involved with the Jiba Dar es Salaam chapter. Mulla Muhammad Abbas Karim, interestingly, he's also from
the
Moshi.
best.
No, as in you were born here, but I don't know why you keep going there. But anyway, so he's from Moshi as well. So
yes, here, what are you going to be reciting today?
Hussain al-Gharib al-Hussain.
Bismillah.
Bar Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. So just before I begin, I'd like you all to think and obviously feel that you are in Karbala. Feel the tragedy of Karbala that happened on the day of Ashura. Remember the Imam who stood there shouting and crying for help, Hal min nasirin yansurna. Remember Bibi Zainab who watched his brother get slaughtered. Remember the mother who witnessed everything that happened on that land. Hussain al-Gharib al-Hussain, Hussain al-Shahid al-Hussain, Hussain al-Gharib Hussain, Hussain al-Shahid. Duhai, duhai, Khuda ra duhai, ye dashte bala mein hai kaisi tabahi. अरे बहाया है किसने ये खूने मोहम्मद, कयामत ये डाई है किसने इलाही, जवानों बुजुर्गों को मारा गया, शहीदों شامل ہے ننھا سپاہی حسین الغریب حسین الشہید
شہید الحسین
کیا جشن برپا یوں اہل ہوس نے ارے شہیدوں کے لاشوں پہ ڈنکے بجائے جلا ڈال آل محمد کے خیمے ارے سکینہ کے منہ پر تماچے لگائے جو بیمار تھا اس کا بستر نہ چھوڑا نبی زادیوں پر بدر چلائے حسین الغریب
الغریب الحسین
حسین
الشہید الشہید الحسین
تڑپ کر وہ چلائے شبیر بیٹا ارے لہو میں نہائے ہو سر بھی جدا ہے تبر کس نے مارے سارے بدن پر یہ تیروں پہ کس نے جنازہ رکھا ہے کہاں ہے میرا لال عباس بولو میں پوچھوں گی اس سے یہ کیسے ہوا ہے حسین الغریب الغریب الحسین حسین
شہید الحسین
لبیک یا حسین لبیک یا حسین لبیک یا مہدی بر محمد و آل محمد صلوات
اللہم صل علی محمد و آل محمد.
Ahsantum, ahsantum. Said Ali, we'll start with you, please.
Thank you very much, Ali Raza. Of course, this is a very well-known it's a Marasiya Noha, would you say it is? Marsiya, yeah. And I actually know it through Mullah Muhammad reciting it in Karbala. Barakallah feekum, barakallah feekum. I feel like with this recitation, ideally we want the pitching to be on point because there's a lot of elongation segments. And sometimes if we go off pitch with that, it's not good when it's elongated. And fluctuation, because you've got a very strong voice, mashallah, but just crafting the pitching would be ideal. And I can only echo what MJ was saying, how beautifully we started with Quran, and nothing better than ending with the dhikr of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. I wish you the best of luck, but I would like to really hand over, because this is a recitation known from Mullah Muhammad. Really, I'd like for him to give us the full feedback from my side.
Ahsantum, Sayyid Ali. So this is actually quite a classic kalam that's been recited for a number of years. It was more actually at one point known for what children recited, until my senior and my mentor, Sayyid Ali Safdar, revived it with this particular version, which I've had the honor and many people in our community have recited. Brother Ali Raza, it was a really heartfelt recitation. It's very evident that you are somebody I think, who recites a lot of Marsiya and sort of Salam, Noha, everything in mosque. And like I've written it down, I didn't write it just now, it was a perfect ending. I really felt that you felt the words and you took me to Karbala. What I also liked is I'm somebody that really vouches for the sort of old is gold. New stuff is amazing and I like it, but I like the classics. And the fact that you've got Nur-e Irfan in your hand, I was already excited to hear what you've got. So a few bits of feedback. I think you understand Urdu, I think, fully. So it's just about refining some of the words in Urdu. I wrote down more hand actions, but actually you did it halfway through. I don't necessarily mean you have to be dramatic. It's just doing it, but actually you did that. You had quite a strong tone for delivery of Hussain al-Gharib, and I feel if you did it just a bit more mellow, it would have been even better, because it was really, really nice to hear it. But if you recited,
can you give us an example?
Yes, I can. If I say the next point, and with your permission, maybe I recite one verse. I like to listen to this kalam with a bit more. I don't have an English word. Maybe someone can help me. Magar tehrao ke saath. So just with a bit more. So you were reciting in a bit of a tempo. If you recited almost to break the tempo, and again, that was not, you didn't do anything wrong, by the way, but I personally like to, so for example, and then if you started it with the pitch point that Sayyid Ali mentioned, Hussain al-Gharib al-Gharib al-Hussain Hussain al-Shahid Shahid al-Hussain Kiya जश्न बरपा यूं अहले हवास ने शहीदों के लाशों पे डंके बजाए अरे जला डाले आले मोहम्मद के खैमे सकीना के मुंह पर तमाचे लगाए जो बीमार था उसका बिस्तर न छोड़ा नबी ज़ादियों पर भी दुर्रे चलाए हुसैन Hussain, Hussain, Shahid, Shahid al-Hussain. So it's just about breaking the tempo in this kalam. Inshallah, we look forward to listening to you much more, and I pray that you continue. It sounds like you serve the community in more ways than just this. Inshallah, Allah gives you tawfiq to serve in every way that you can. Thank you, my brother.
Ahsant. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Ali Raza Shabir Mekji.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, the program went very well.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I would like to thank Karbala72 for this opportunity, and I would also like to commend them for their hard work that they've done in organizing this event.
Rahman Rahim. I would like to thank Karbala72 for organizing such a good event so that us youngsters can showcase our talent. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hadi from Arusha, Tanzania, and I'm happy to be here to see right the journey of love.
Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Kwa majina naitwa Juma Muhammad Bakari. Nafurahi sana kushiriki katika SHIA'S Got Talent, na nimefurahi sana vile vile. Naomba tukio hili liendelee kila siku inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. My performance went very well. I'm very happy that I recited in this round, and also got a chance to perform on this platform.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. I feel like my performance went quite well, and I'm happy with the feedback that was given. And also there was some feedback I was given by the judges to improve on certain things. Inshallah, if we go to the next round, I will try to improve on those things.
Rahman Rahim. My performance went amazing, very nice. We received a lot of good feedbacks from the judges, which can enable us as participants in general to improve and perform much better in the future.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, my performance went good. I didn't expect that I could perform like that, but inshallah.
SHIA'S got talent.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome the 12 contestants who make us get to 72 of day 6, episode 6, Karbala72's very own SHIA'S got talent. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 12 contestants on the stage. Now is the time. Which one of these 12 Khaddam al-Hussein will be making their way to the next round? And similarly, the 4 judges seated right in front of me, they also do not know which 4 have made it through. Each one only knows one. So, we will begin with Mulla, Muhammad, Abbas, Karim. Please tell us who will be the first one. And this is in no ranking order, ladies and gentlemen. This is from the scoring, 4 names. Each judge was given a card that has the name of one person. So there is no ranks involved here. Right, Mullah, Muhammad, Abbas, Karim, please give relief to one heart and create more intensity for 11 more hearts.
Thank you, MJ. Thank you, MJ. I'll try and keep it brief today. This individual was maneuvering between tunes beautifully, had great command on voice and great stage presence. We were fixated on this individual when they were reciting, and they were also wearing, I'm going to use your technique today, a very nice kanzu. But I have to say that it was in very tight margins, it feels like today, just between discussions. And my name on my card is all the way from Wanza, Minhal, Hasnain, Fazal.
Right. Ejaz, over to you.
Very colorful performance today by everyone, diverse pool of talent. So first of all, I think we need to give all the contestants a big round of applause for coming here and putting in the effort. I'll go to the Swahili speaking judge, none other than Sayyid Jalal.
Right.
Not just for me, for Ahlul Bayt and for Quran, for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all of you, you are winner. Wallahi, coming here and performing like this Hadi and my sister and the tallest and the shortest, you are all the winner, really. But my winner I have to pronounce here is, with respect to my sister, is from the men's side. He wears a very beautiful dishdasha. He has a very beautiful voice. And I want to go with him to a trip. Where, MJ?
Yeah, wallah, say Jalal, with you we have traveled the world just by sitting there, so I don't know which part. but most probably knowing your obsession with Tanzania, it's somewhere within Tanzania.
Yeah, within Tanzania. But he is not from the city, from Dar es Salaam.
Well, that makes it even tougher.
From Budia.
I wish. He is from a beautiful island called Zanzibar, and his beautiful voice like a wave will take me to Zanzibar, and he's no one than Haida Maoji.
We'll pass on the announcement to Sayyid Ali Al-Hakim.
Oh, thank God. So I don't go last again. Right, so I'm starting to like announcing things. I normally hate it, but it's grew on me. I just want to say that tonight's been a lot of variety. It's not just your usual standard programs. There's been so much different things happening in terms of age, talent, and the content itself. So that's why I was speaking to Mulla Mac. We just said that tonight, yes, it's been long, but it's not felt like it. So alhamdulillah, shukr. I would like to thank the crowd for, of course, staying here with us for of course, this long. The person that I'm going to announce is, he's very good. So it's a guy. And honestly, I think he has a big future ahead of him. Inshallah. I would like to congratulate Jum'a Muhammad.
Emotions are high, and we are all guessing who it is. And the hearts are racing, and so are the minds. Emotions are also high, and so is the frequency of praise. And there is no better person to deliver this news than our very own Sayyid Mohammed Hassan. Over to you, please.
Thank you, Mohammedjawad and Ejaz Bhalloo. So thank you to all of those that stepped up on the stage. Thank you to the people sitting behind me and tolerating sitting down for this long. And thank you, and not last but not least, thank you to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for SHIA'S Got Talent. Because without this program, we would not be congratulating tonight Abubakar Sultan Hamad.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, a journey that began with 100+ travelers. 72 of them became explorers. 48 of them are returning with their bags back home. 24 of them will continue the journey to the summit. Only one will conquer the peak. Ladies and gentlemen, whilst we await who makes it to the peak, remember in every step of this journey, SHIA'S got talent. Thank you very much.
ये विलायत का सफर है और मंजिल फिक्र की इश्क है दर एक अता है उस नमाज़े वित्र की
SHIA'S Got Talent.